that. Hey, Austin.
What's up, man?
Got it right this time. First time.
Episode 8. Bienvenido al podcast Pantless. Y ahora para tus anfitriones, Austin y Travis. What's up, guys?
What was that? What?
That was, you remember like way back in the day, we had somebody from Honduras like stumble upon our podcast?
Yeah.
That was just for that guy.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So,
did that guy actually come on and actually say that for us?
You know, he might have.
Because that was, hey, you just led into something that I was going to talk about today.
Oh, snap.
If you, said audience, would like to send us an anchor message of our intro, we will play it on here.
Absolutely.
If you want to be our announcer, send us in a message and we'll play it as our intro. Other than that, welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Austin, he's Travis. We
something like that.
Are back.
This is season 8, episode 5, or it's season 5, episode 8.
We partied so hard last night that we don't know numbers.
Yeah. We all died of thirst last night and woke up feeling like it.
That's the worst I didn't even drink that much. But I woke up this morning just feeling absolute. I mean, tonight, because it's still Friday night. But
guys,
we lived.
Yeah.
Anything going on this week?
I've seen blips and blurps and bloops and bleeps of just a bunch of stuff, but I haven't like had any time to actually nail anything down. I've seen lots of Legends of Arceus leaks of new regional type Pokemon.
What was it?
But
Gudra? I think I saw a whatever the region's called, but a new version of Gudra, I think it was.
Oh, really? See, I didn't see that. I did see. I saw something about the Zoroark, and
I did. Yes, that.
But I haven't seen. All I saw was like the pop-ups on my phone. I haven't seen any pictures or anything, so I have no idea. No clue.
So,
yeah, but sounds. Everything that I was seeing was like there was a lot of hype. I was like, okay, cool, good for hype.
I don't really get excited about the regional variants as much as I get excited for new completely new Pokemon.
Right.
Like regional news, where this Pokemon's brand new, has never been seen in a game before. Rather than, hey, this is we're rehashing an old Pokemon, but we're changing him and making him different.
Right.
The best regional variant, in my opinion, was a Lowland Marowak.
Oh yeah, I could.
That made it Ghost and Fire.
Yep.
Gave it that freaking Bone Club on fire. That was my favorite regional variant. And I didn't even play the game it came from.
Right.
So. But
I would. You know how I like my lore. I wouldn't mind seeing a Pokemon that that you won't ever find in any future game because it's extinct.
See, and
like, you see it in this game because it takes place so far in the past.
Or we find out that Aerodactyl, they could have a regional variant because the only way to get it in the new games is from the fossil, like they resurrect it from a fossil. Who's even saying that's what it really looked like when it was in its heyday?
Right.
Fossil, they could bring all the fossil Pokemon back, or most of them, but have them in there. It could be, well, this is what they really looked like.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
I doubt they did that.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a Kabutops like in all of its glory. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, it really was. I don't think I got anything other than anything really.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think
Any
for
exciting football stuff happen?
there.
I mean,
Yeah, some exciting football stuff. I didn't start Patrick Mahomes this week.
ooh,
I started Carson Wentz, and he scored me 22 and a 20, 23 and a half.
oh, you're finally making money moves.
Well,
You know, just give up on the kid.
I'd
Give up.
had, I
We need
could,
to give him. Doesn't he have some cool? He should have some cool nickname.
which one?
Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes? Old
I said a
Mahomey?
cool. You know, Patrick Mahomey, Patty Mahomes. I'm just like,
Yeah, Wentz got me 24.18. I picked him up a couple weeks ago, and I had him. I'm like, I have an open roster spot. I need a quarterback till when Kansas City's on bye week here in a couple weeks. But then
right,
Mahomes has just been playing like garbage this year. I'm thinking it's probably my fault. I jinxed him.
right,
If because he's never played this bad, but this is my first year of fantasy football, so he's never been on a fantasy roster of mine. Oh yeah, look at that.
right.
Oh man, that was beautiful. Um, so I'm like, maybe I can help him pull out of the slump by not starting him this week.
Yeah,
They play Green Bay. Green Bay's without Aaron Rodgers. They're gonna start Bryce Love. I think that's his first. I think that's his name. Um, and Kansas City could use. They've won a few games here now, but he's still not playing the best. So I'm like, I mean, let's try this. I'm
mhm,
actually switching over to basketball. I'm flipping killing it this week.
yeah.
Like I I actually last night just surpassed 1,000 points. I'm winning 10:04 to 7:55 over the double bubble.
Was this your first time this season to go over 1,000?
No, I've been over 1,000 every week.
Oh,
I scored what? I scored like 12 or 1,300
oh,
and
that's
lost
right.
against
Yeah,
you. I
that's
think I've
right.
scored 14 every game.
Yeah,
I think I'm like the third or fourth highest scoring team with a losing, but I have a losing record. Well, I'm 1-1, but
yeah. I mean, who isn't 1-1 other than Cram?
um, the Twins are undefeated. That are the only two undefeateds right now,
Right. Yeah.
and else I'm
Yeah.
pretty
The
sure.
other twin is in a weak conference.
Yeah, they'll
Oh.
both stay that way. Well, I feel like we're the only four really paying attention to basketball right now.
Frazier, maybe.
Frazier does good and all, but you're beating him pretty good right now. The Kings and the Problems is the closest game this week. Everything else is the four of us just blowing out the other team. The only matchup acquisitions I've done this week are just dropping players that aren't really worth much. You're just killing me in hockey.
Can do.
Just killing me in hockey. But hey, back to football. I'm gonna be all over the place today.
Okay. All over the place episode.
Washington is guaranteed to not lose this week.
Oh yeah, are they on bye?
Yeah, and you gotta take every positive you can.
Yeah.
And I guess did you hear that Cleveland cut OBJ?
I did. I was hearing a little bit of rumors about that.
Did you hear? Do you know kind of why they ended up getting rid of him?
It sounds like he and Baker have some conflict, but I haven't heard any like specific stuff.
So
I did hear about OBJ's dad like releasing a
OBS.
video. OBS.
Yeah, that's what I heard a couple people calling him. His dad dropped a video on TikTok. There was a highly like edited video that showed every play that OBJ was open that Baker didn't throw the ball to him, and was making claims that Baker doesn't like OBJ. Baker wants to see him fail and all this, and was bashing Baker and the Browns, and just absolutely just, you know, OBJ needs to be traded and doesn't need to be on the Browns because they don't want to see him succeed. And so the Browns front office went, "Oh, that's what you want," and they just benched him, stopped letting him come to practices, didn't trade him because, and that if they would have, everybody was saying that they didn't think they were actually gonna cut him,
Right.
because I think he's owed $8 million this season, and it's the last of his guaranteed money on his 2 years he has left, and now he goes to waivers.
Oh, okay.
So if a team picks him up on waivers, they have to pay him the $8 million. If he clears waivers and doesn't get picked up, the Browns have to pay $8 million to him, and they just lose $8 million in cap for a year. And I guess the NFL waivers, it is worst team. It's ranked by record, just like our fantasy league.
So you think your football team might pick him up?
No, I hope we don't pick him up. No, we don't need the cap hit. We don't need. He's not very productive lately.
Well, I mean, as you said, there's a video out there showing all the times that he could have
if
had a
Baker's
shot.
not throwing the ball, if Baker's not going to throw the ball to him, Heineke's not going to throw the ball to him.
Heineke's not that smart, so
Heineke's very smart. He's just
he doesn't know how to
I don't want
turn
to say
smarts into wins.
he's
lacking athletic ability.
That's not true either. He's just not an elite quarterback.
Because he's lacking ability.
No, he has the skills to pay the bills, just not the mental fortitude to win games. He's no Tom Brady. Super smart dude. Just, I don't know. I think the coaching staff's just not letting him play the way he should. They limit in the play calling. I think a lot of it's the coaching staff.
So you heard it here, folks. Travis thinks get rid of that coaching staff. Washington's they can do some things. Still,
I don't want to get rid of the coaching staff because I love the staff that's there. I like, I like Ron Rivera. I like the defensive coordinator, Jack Del Rio. I don't even know who our offensive coordinator is. That's horrible on me. Who's your offensive coordinator?
Dak Prescott.
That's your quarterback. Okay, so I don't feel as bad. You don't know it. I at one time knew who the offensive coordinator for Dallas was, but I can't.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if Mike McCarthy's still the head coach. It wouldn't surprise me.
He is.
Okay. They could have changed head coach, and I would have had no idea.
I just think it's funny that the Giants. Do you know who the New York Football Giants offensive coordinator is? The best coach in Dallas history, Jason Garrett.
That's hilarious.
I liked him as the coach for Dallas because he lost a lot of games.
Oh, he was good for a 500 season.
Yeah,
very frequently. He was.
Him and Romo.
I like them. They're good.
They were good for 7 to 8 wins a season, and would flash in the pan for 10 every so often.
Yeah,
and lose a opening playoff game.
Sure too.
So, man, a little disappointed in myself, Austin.
Okay.
So I was telling, I didn't get it. So this weekend marks the last race in all the NASCAR season.
That's that, yeah.
All 3 series crown champions this weekend, and then they're done until February. Sad for me. Didn't realize.
Do they already know who's going to be the winner?
The The trucks ran last night. I didn't know it, and I was flipping through Twitter on the toilet this morning, and went So I already know who won there. Well, I don't know who won the race, but I already know who won the Truck Series championship. That was ruined for me. Like, God dang it! But the last one runs tonight, and the other runs tomorrow sometime. My God dang it! I got it on recording. I'm gonna watch it when we get done here, but I'm a little disappointed in myself, Austin.
But like, aren't the champions like chosen by some kind of point system? So couldn't
It's
you mathematically know who the champion's going to be right
no,
now?
because the way the championship works in NASCAR now is it's a what they call a playoff system.
Right.
They whittle down from at the start of the season, everybody's eligible, and then with 10 races to go, they cut it down to 16, and then every 3 races, four drivers fall out, and then the final race is between 4 drivers. All drivers race all season.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird system, but there's 4
So,
drivers.
so there's only 4 drivers going to race in the finals. Like there will only be 4 cars on the track.
No, there'll be a full field still, but only 4 drivers are eligible to win the championship. That race.
And it comes down to the last race, and whoever places the highest.
Yep.
Even if like they placed 25th, but they're higher than the other 3, then they're a champion.
Yep. Every year that they've done this format, the champion has won the final race.
Oh, weird! Like straight up won the whole thing. Like
won the race.
First place.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
That doesn't even seem plausible.
Happens.
I'm gonna call shenanigans.
I call shenanigans sometimes too, because last year when Chase Elliott won the championship, something happened to his car in pre-inspection, and he started in the back and drove all the way through the field in the however many laps they run at Phoenix and won the race. And everybody's like, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So. But hey, after this weekend, I get to watch more football.
Yeah.
So. Hey.
More football.
Hey.
What's up?
You want to do this movie?
Let's do it, man.
Retro Movie Review.
Hey, we watched Robin Hood, Prince
we did.
of Thieves. That we did. You know what? This is a great movie. I love this movie. But I haven't watched this movie in a very long time. And I guess I had forgotten how almost one for one this movie is with the parody version, Robin Hood Men in Tights. The Mel Brooks version. And I thought it was funny. So I was laughing at this movie way more than I normally would have. This movie's kind of got some funny undertones anyway. Some crazy Brits.
British.
Like, most of the characters aren't even British, but it was a British movie, you know? And then, like, the biggest kick in the teeth, which we talked about this last night. They had a Scottish actor playing King Richard.
Fantastic.
I thought that was hilarious.
I love Sean Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery's.
I mean, just fantastic.
Awesome actor. But and the fact that he's only in, this much of the movie. He literally steps off his horse, says a couple lines, then the movie goes off and ends. And it's like, oh, I don't know. Okay, there's King Richard.
They did that. That was fantastic.
So, but if you go to the parody side, they had Patrick Stewart as King Richard in the Mel Brooks version, and he does the same thing, and it's funnier. So, I want to make Alan Rickman was a fantastic actor. That man was awesome.
I forgot that he was in that movie.
Yeah, I did too until I think someone at work. I said something about we were doing that movie, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Alan Rickman's great in that movie." I'm like, I forgot he was in this one. Like, and then Morgan Freeman was awesome.
Yeah, yeah, he was good.
Like, them two just elevate a movie to greatness immediately as soon as you see that they're in it.
Yeah.
It's like them two being in it almost overshadowed the fact that Kevin Costner was awesome as well.
Right.
So
Kevin Costner, I was getting some like Paul Walker vibes every now and then. It was weird.
now,
It's like coming back.
was Michael McShane? Was that the guy that played Will Scarlet? Is that the
I
name?
don't know.
What else?
I couldn't tell you what his name was.
What else has he been off of? Because he looked familiar.
Couldn't tell you. And I don't know if this is the Will Scarlet. Is he commonly, spoiler alert from this movie from the 1900s? But is he always been Robin Hood's like lost brother? Or is that something that they just did in this movie?
Or is that just something he said to get on his good side? Because he when he revealed that, he revealed that after he'd already told Nottingham that he was gonna go betray.
That he lied.
That was Christian Slater, by the way. Was Will Scarlet.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Michael McShane was Friar Tuck. That's my bad.
Oh, okay. I didn't know his name, but I've seen him in a lot of stuff. He's in lots of movies.
Yeah, Christian
Friar
Slater
Tuck
was
was awesome.
super young in that one too.
Right?
So, yeah, I don't know on that. I've never watched. No, none of the other Robin Hoods ever say anything about. I don't. The only other movie I know that Will Scarlet's in is the parody, the Robin or the Mel Brooks parody. Because I don't know if the Russell Crowe movie has Will Scarlet in it. I don't know if that was a character made up for this version.
I don't think so. I think he's pretty intertwined with Robin Hood.
Okay.
Like if you're gonna see, I bet most Robin Hood movies would have him somewhere in there.
So.
He's kind of a big deal.
Oh yeah. So, Metacritic, sir.
Man, I'm thinking
We've
those
got
critics.
25 critics.
I'm thinking they gave it a 79.
51.
No, why would they do that?
I don't know, bro, because critics suck.
Every now and then I get like, I don't
Critics
know. I
suck.
just start to give hope and like I just.
Hey, let's redeem ourselves.
Okay.
39 users out of 10.
8.5.
7. Flat.
Still not. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was. You know.
So, the critics, we had 10 positive, 12 mixed, 3 negative. People suck. Users gave it 27 positive, 9 mixed, 3 negative. So,
What's our common sense media people have to say about it?
hey,
'Cause
you know
it's
what?
pretty ridiculous. That's.
I don't think we've had this person before.
Oh, what's their name?
Sarah Orrick.
I think so. I don't recall having a female reviewer.
I think we have, but I don't remember. I don't recognize this name. So they're gonna give age 14 plus 3 stars.
Okay.
Parents say 14 plus 4 stars. Kids say, and you can guess, 13 plus 4 stars. Like, the kids are always like, parents, you're wrong. Well, we're good. 1 year less. Like, I think that's just, I always think that's rigged. Because it's always, whatever the parents say, the kids are always like, we got this. So.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so this was a pretty interesting movie. It
says
because of how I watch it, I wasn't able to like really take notes, so it's all going to come from my old noggin.
Classic tale has surprising amounts of violence, bloodshed. That's the top there. Okay. Positive messages.
Ooh, okay. I like this. I would give it a 4.
I would have given it at least a 3. They give it a not presence.
Whoa!
But clickable.
Whoa! Okay.
So while there are good characters in this movie, they are motivated more out of circumstance than from inherent goodness or a desire to do good. And while perhaps an argument can be made that Robin Hood and his band are fighting against economic injustice, their wealth redistribution isn't exactly rooted in creating a more just society.
Because they were just showering people with gold, they're like, yeah, it's not good enough.
Psych.
That's ridiculous.
Positive.
Yeah, I 100% disagree with that.
Yeah.
We're not. I was gonna.
Would have that not been at least a 1 in her mind? Should have that not? All right. Positive role models.
Well, I would have said a 3, but now I'm gonna say a 1.
See, I would have given this. I would have given this at least a 4, because he's a good role. I mean, he's doing good things. Not present. Clickable. While Robin Hood and his band are good guys of the movie, their actions are more rooted in circumstance rather than inherent goodness. So she just rehashed what she said in the last one. I don't agree. I think those should have at least been 1s. Violence.
Ooh. Well, knowing this, she probably gave it a 5. I would have given it a 3.
I would give it a 4, because there's a fair amount of violence in this. But like I think we talked about it last week or the week before. I don't think any movie should have a 5. Like, this isn't the most violent movie I've seen. Not the most gory. A 5 would mean pretty bad.
It's the most violent.
Because, I could give, like, Braveheart
Ooh,
a 5.
Braveheart. I probably would give Braveheart a 5, even though I'm against giving 5s. But I probably still Braveheart's pretty.
If you've ever watched Braveheart, it's up there. It was touted at the time as it was pretty bad. Great movie, but it was pretty violent. So she's giving it a 4.
Okay.
So I actually agree with her on this one.
Okay.
Frequent and graphic medieval violence. A man has his arm chopped off with a machete, blood, torture, battle with swords and crossbows. A servant has his eyes gouged out. They don't show that. A sheriff attempts to rape Maid Marian shortly after a forced marriage. Children narrowly avoid getting hung by the gallows. That's a child. It was one child. Characters burned to death. A witch steps on frogs and mice. Graphic image of her potions. quotes, potions. So, the scene with Nottingham and Maid Marian when he's got her on the ground, and he does that thing with his feet where he...
Right.
That was hilarious. I don't know why
That was
was
funny.
funny.
That was funny. It looked like it was designed to be funny. That was
the comical way that he just does that's like...
right.
But...
Yeah. Otherwise, the tit situation kind of funny.
What he was trying to do is not funny.
No.
But it looked hilarious the way he did that in the movie.
Right.
I just want to get that disclaimer out there. I want people... But, when he, close to the beginning, when he crossbowed that guard, he crossbowed that guy's hand to his hip.
I didn't even catch that he did that.
I think the guy went to go grab his sword, and he crossbowed and hit the guard in the hand, and pinned his hand to the side of his hip. It was when the boy was up in the tree.
Oh, okay. Like at the very, like what?
Then
Once
he
got back to England.
Yeah, and then his second crossbow hit the one old boy in the forehead.
Yeah.
So, I could agree with her statement on this one. I was going to give it a 4. There was some pretty good violence in this one. Let's move on. Sex.
Moving on. I would say not present because, I mean, you did see that one scene, but
I would have given it a 3.
Just...
I would have given it a 3.
3, really?
Well, you did see.
I would have said maybe 1.
You did see Costner's backside.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
you did see that.
Yeah, that's true.
Buttocks, and she comments that she gives it a 2.
Okay.
And she says, brief male nudity, buttocks, reference to male genitalia, hilarious. Reference made to sheriff having sex with women. Yeah, bull, because I'm so large.
Okay, so yeah, I can agree with those are all coming back. So yeah, I can agree with the 2. That's fair.
There was some innuendo and there was some comments.
In your endo.
What's in my window? Sorry, I just finished my Gatorade. Now I'm drinking water.
Get it, bro.
Yeah, this movie would. I mean, and there was a couple scenes, and for some reason, I think she added what I was going to put in this topic and the last topic. But there was the first scene that Nottingham was in, where the woman is there with him, and I kind of laughed again because he's talking to his cousin, and she like pulls her. It was just showing. She was just showing shoulders.
Yeah.
And he's like, put that back down, and she like puts it back down.
Yeah.
And that was like insinuate, and then he made some comments to some girls, some ladies.
That was funny too, because it's always like when he's like running around, like he's like multitasking. He's just in like boss mode. You got to do this. You got to do this. You
at 1 o'clock. You at 2 o'clock. Bring friends.
Yeah.
And they both look at each other like, "You're my only friend. We don't." What? The look that those two gave him. Because I think that was a scene where he comes walking down a hallway, and the statue of him has the scar. Somebody had drew the scar on his, like, etched it on there, and he was trying to wipe it off.
Yeah.
That was funny. Language.
There wasn't I did hear an F-bomb towards the end.
Was there?
It was just Will, whenever they launched Robin and the Moor over the wall, he just like, it was just like a random, they effing made it. And I was just like, okay, that was weird. So I'd probably just give it a 1, but it wouldn't hurt my feelings if she said a 2 because of the fact that it was the F word.
I didn't really hear any.
I didn't hear any until that one.
I didn't even catch that one. I'm gonna have to go back.
It was you have to, because I actually had to rewind it. I was like, did he say that? And so I had to rewind it, and I was like, yeah, he did. Okay.
Okay.
Because the whole movie was pretty clean
I
outside of
was
that one.
almost I was almost willing to give this one like a not present.
Yeah. The only other thing is that it's British, so I don't know like half of
There
their
was a
words.
bunch.
So there could be some British bad words. I don't know.
There kind of was, so I could give it a 1. She gave us it a 3,
Whoa.
and that's mainly she mentioned one use of F, and that jokes involving male genitalia, talk of how someone has balls of solid rock, damned, and hell.
Once again, those are probably actually used in their proper context.
That's
So
kind of what I
shouldn't be deemed language.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
then,
That kind of bothers me sometimes when somebody's like, "You're going to hell," and they're like, "Oh, don't cuss." No,
Yeah.
because it's a place.
it's a city in Michigan, so there's that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm traveling to Michigan. That's what I was just saying. But, and I don't know if I'd consider talk about genitalia being bad language,
No, that's
because it's not
ridiculous.
like they use the word genitalia.
Right.
So
But,
I could have given, knowing that there was one F-bomb, which lets this movie, I don't even know what this movie was rated. Let's look at that.
it had enough. I don't know. It had enough violence to be
It's a PG-13.
90. Okay, so they got their one in there.
They got, because that's what the rating board, you're allowed to have one. If you put a second F-bomb, R.
Automatic.
No matter
R.
what else is in the movie.
Yep.
And then what was weird is the way they rated movies in the 90s was a lot more lax. Because, like, if you put that scene of male buttocks in a movie now, that would give it probably an R. Like,
You think so?
any kind of bodily nudity, for some reason, gets an R.
Interesting.
But that kind of stuff was in 90s movies all over the place.
Right.
Man butt was in almost every movie. It was almost like it was a requirement. And everybody's like, it's just a man butt. Give it a PG rating. So, and as I agree with this next one, consumerism.
Not present.
Not present at all. Not even clickable.
Good.
I expected them to be like, what was it, last week or the week? No, it was the week before with Nightmare, where it was like a 3-star because they sold Freddy toys.
Right. Or the Ichabod one. This was from an old story, so people might want to go read the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robin Hood is a popular title and is a novel, so let's sell books.
Right.
Drinking, drugs, and smoking. I would give this one a 5.
A 5. Wow, that's bold.
I'll explain after you give yours.
I would say a 3 because there's a lot of, there's mead and beer maybe in the kegs. I don't know what they got the kegs.
Friar Tuck was drunk the entire movie.
That's true.
He was drinking a lot. There was drinking throughout. And there was the scene when Robin first got to the forest and they were all drinking Little John's special brew, and the boy was in the tree drinking the mead.
Ooh.
You see him in the tree and he's like, I don't know if he's crying or something's going on, and he's like just downing the jug. Underage drinking isn't cool. It was wasn't his friend
unless you're doing it.
Well, and now that scene would probably be frowned upon, but
right.
I think over in the UK, the drinking age is 16, or was at one time. I think they have a less strict. I know other parts of Europe there isn't age restrictions on alcohol. And if you look at the time period, back, what was this, 1100, 1200, somewhere around there?
Somewhere around there, whenever one of the crusades.
they didn't have drinking. It wasn't like, oh, you're underage, you can't drink. I mean, they
Right.
didn't let kids drink a lot, but in this circumstance. So, just looking at it, she gave it a 3. Friar Tuck is an alcoholic. Strong
Yep.
words, I'm offended. Praises beer more than God. Again, offended. He drinks for God. Mead drinking, including a young boy who partakes. There was a lot of drinking in this.
Was a lot. They're just having a good old
So-
time. But I actually agreed with her 3, so yay.
Yeah.
I like being in agreement.
So I don't know if you thought it as funny as I, but one of the funnier scenes in this movie, which I don't even know why I thought it was, maybe it's because I literally had earlier that day listened to a song that was talking about the same thing that this scene had. When Friar Tuck walks into the abbot's, was it the abbot, the priest, the other cleric, the one that was backstabbing everybody, and he was like, he's like, here, you need all this and this and this, and here's your 30 pieces of silver, and then pushes him out the window.
That was awesome.
I was actually listening to a song by Theocracy earlier that day called 30 Pieces of Silver.
Oh, look at that. Synchronicity.
So, and I thought, if you get that reference, 30 Pieces of Silver.
Yeah.
You get it?
Oh, I get it. Oh, yeah. That was
Okay.
the cost of Judas's betrayal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Might be the name of this episode.
Ooh, I like it.
So, great movie.
Oh, yeah.
If you watch this movie with us and you have never seen the parody version, Robin Hood Men in Tights, you should go watch it and then compare the two, because Men in Tights is a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's good. Yep, I like it. What are we gonna watch next week, man?
I don't know. What do you
We're
want to
gonna-
watch?
We got do we still have the numbers up that you can randomly generate the other 3
Yes,
movies? And
so the movies that we have as our options, unless we want to change, we can change it up. I have Ghost and Mr. Chicken, The Frighteners, The Golden Child, Awakening as our 4 movies that are a possibility for this week.
let's hit that random number generator,
All right,
man.
let's see if this.
Do it. Sorry, I know it's instant, but I was just, I like to think it's like a slot machine spinning.
It was. We knew what was going on. The Golden Child.
Golden Child. All right. This will be interesting. This movie I have never seen. I just saw it it was on the Netflix. I know it's on there. Or it was last week, right? Didn't you have it on your list too?
Let me double check. Once I find Netflix, there it is. Hold on.
Hold on.
No, my account. I think they just added Bram Stoker's Dracula to Netflix.
Not the one starring Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, and Gary Oldman is Dracula.
Gary Oldman, Dracula? Nah. Once again. Forgot.
Let's see here, still looking. Thought I had it on my list. Let's just search it. Yep, there it is. Don't watch the movie. That's not what I clicked. So, The Golden Child. It's not on my list. I'll add it to my list. Eddie Murphy. let's see what this movie's about. A fast-talking LA social worker goes through a series of traps and terrors to find kidnapped Tibetan child with mystical powers. Interesting.
I'm already. It's Eddie Murphy. It's probably going to be a 5 in language.
I could see that this 1986. So
1980s Eddie Murphy was pretty
Bold.
rough.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not your, late 90s, early 2000s. He was Doolittle and Haunted Mansion and all
Oh, yeah.
that. Yeah, 80s Eddie was a pretty filthy mouth. So this will be interesting. What rated it? Is it an R movie?
Where? This actually doesn't say. But I would. Oh no, we're here. PG-13.
Ooh, interesting.
But
Okay.
like we were talking, ratings were vastly different in the 80s and 90s, especially all the way through the 80s and the early 90s. So yes, this could have a lot. This isn't going to be a, could be some pretty strong stuff. So watch that with us. Let us know. Leave us a message.
Please do.
This guy will
Please
check
do.
it. Hey, I heard we possibly got another Apple Podcast rating. I don't know if this guy can check it. Do you know a way of checking those things?
I can. You heard we got a rating?
I
Yeah.
heard rumor. I heard a rumor of it.
Rumor has it.
Rumor has it.
See if I can.
I don't have any Apple products, so I don't know how I'd go about checking that. But so thinking of another thing I was gonna do while he's doing that. If you guys have made it this far into the video, leave us if you're on the YouTubes, leave us a comment on this video. If you have a question, movie suggestion, or if you just want to say hi, leave us a comment, and I will read said comments in our next video. If you have a question, if you just want to tell us we suck, we're doing a good job, ideas of what we could do better, leave us a comment.
Okay, I found it.
Oh, he found it. He found it.
All right. It was a 5-star rating by One Ranger Fan 1.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's the New York Rangers of hockey, the Texas Rangers of baseball.
We're gonna go with that
or something else, but whatever. So the 5-star rating said, "Great podcast, so funny!" 2 exclamation marks. Perfect for background noise. That's 2 That's a.
I like no. Go
One of
with
those.
it. No, it works.
Okay.
It works.
All right.
No. I'll take it.
Definitely recommend 2
Definitely.
exclamation marks.
Yeah.
So
Do it.
and then the title was 2 exclamation. It was just 2 exclamation marks. So,
When I edit this video,
we are perfect for background noise.
hey,
That's
just so you know, when I
super
edit
accurate.
this video, it's background noise because I'm doing other things.
Yeah, it's. Well, I think they were saying not our background noise is perfect. I think they were saying it's perfect to play in the background while you're doing stuff.
No, that's what I do. I'm doing other things and it's background noise while I'm editing.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you for the review. Was that the only review we had on there?
Well, there were 2, but the other one we've read before.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well,
One
okay.
Ranger fan.
Hey, thanks for the review. We'll
Yeah.
continue looking those up. We'll continue reading your guys' comments. Well, not continue, but we will start if you guys start.
Yeah.
Leave us a message on.
We'll continue to play your messages at the beginning or end, whichever we determine once we actually get a message.
Do you know what the link to that to do that is?
It's in the description of our videos.
I should know that because I'm the one that puts the description in there.
Yeah, it's in there. It says leave us a voicemail and then has a link.
Okay. Awesome. I think that's all we got there, sir.
I think so. Yeah. I got to get off here and go shopping. Woo!
Boo.
I know.
I got
My wife's like, you're doing your podcast in the morning? How do you do? We're going shopping. I was like, the place doesn't open till 9. She wants to get there right at 9.
boo shopping.
Probably not going to happen. But...
I got a child yelling at me. So,
all right.
It's been fun.
Later.
We'll see you guys later.